Hey guys, we're here playing game 2 against Nopetapus. And he's playing a Nasir Sageosaurus deck. Last game his deck flopped miserably. Just didn't do anything ever, and then he lost quite promptly. Not the best hand for us, but it's alright. I think the toll was a little expensive. I think I'd rather put another money card in there. Got 2 tollbooth right now, but 1 seems fine. Oh, better draw this time. He gets his workshop up and running. So that's theoretically going to break tollbooth by paying $5. That doesn't seem exciting to me, actually. Yeah, this booth is still going to be good. Earthrise is good for him, though. Now let's find some money. There's money. Put up the sand. He probably can't even trash it with what he has. The booth is probably okay. But I actually like throwing the NAPD out. If he runs, he can't even steal it because he's got $0. So our plan is just protect our Sand, score out. Nasir has a hard time with Sand because it costs so much to trash. He needs to play essentially Imp or maybe Scrubber and maybe Ghost Runner in order to deal with the Sand. So he gets to run and regret his choice of ID. We'll res this, give him a buck, and kick him out. So you could do Toll Booth and then Quandary as a remote, but that gives him $8, which I don't really need to do. I think we probably don't play Toll Booth this game. I think we just do maybe Midway stacked with Galahad. So Midway is kind of an interesting card. Came out quite a while ago, but saw essentially no play because it doesn't work with any of NBN's ice that are in faction. But it's pretty reasonable when you're stacking it with Grails. So the Grails are a pretty nice way to get multi-sub ice at 1 influence. And if they aren't expecting it, they don't have enough money to break all the subs, you can do quite a bit of damage. Well, he has all his economy engine happening now. Good for him. Let's draw with Jackson. Go for an Astro. Don't see him, but sweeps is fine. I'm thinking double Galahad. It is barrier, but I want to have the Lancelot in our hand. I don't know. Maybe we should just not. Let's put this in the remote. Seems fine. Delay my choice of ice placement. He's presumably not going to be siphoning me with this stack of resources he has. Got the sand here and money to res it. Hoping for Astro to appear anytime. Xanadu, okay. On the supplier. Yeah, that's not the worst. Gonna give him a little bit of extra margin when he face checks my ice. Can see the synergy there. Let's pump tip, get our Astro. So I'm gonna Quandary here. And probably another ice, huh? Yeah, I don't mind putting the toll without and just not resing it in case of unless emergency happens. This order might have been wrong. Whatever, I think it's fine. Anonymous Tip is a card that, I don't know, it's not great, but I kind of like it. It does a thing, which is get you going faster, right? 2 sweeps and APD. And now we can flip this and score the Astro out. $6 left, so we're gonna look for some more money soon, but this is a good start. If he can't answer this, we'll just score another one and go to $2, or go to $4 actually. Oh yeah, tons of money. Could have probably left the NAPD in the archives forever. Just let him take it. That might have been smart, because getting the hedge would have been nice. When you play the smaller deck, you see the cards you put into R&D a little bit more often. Not a huge difference. I haven't done the math, but it seems noticeable that they come back faster. And the later you put them back in, obviously the bigger difference that makes. Haven't played Against Noise yet. The smaller deck might be a liability in that case. Well, he's gonna get 2, and actually this is gonna suck for him. So we're gonna reveal our ice here. Is he gonna have 5? He's not gonna have 5 after he breaks anything. So I think he has to break the trash program here and then jack out. He gets 3. Did I pay 3? Yeah, I did. Okay, perfect. Wasn't sure if that was automated, but it is properly automated, so good on him. But yeah, he's gonna have to ETR. Actually, you know, he's gonna have to ETR anyway. So this just protects the troubleshooter. Trade in and Plascrete, and then we get to ETR. So I could have done... No, this is right. I picked the right 2 Grails. I was thinking I had two Lancelots. But no, this was the most I could have done. So this now costs him 6 to break. If he gets E3 implants out, it's still going to cost him 4. That's pretty annoying for him. And it's why I'm not that stoked about Sage as a card. So my options here are basically install Lancelot and try to get him with it. Like, would he run into this? He probably wouldn't. What power is this? It's got 4, 5, 6. So we're not actually going to be able to afford to bring this out of range, are we? The answer to that seems like we're not going to be able to do so. So what I'm going to do is just go down to $1 and use the Sansan while it exists. Clean my hand out now. I don't need to res this ice. So I'm thinking about what I would put in for money if I added a couple more money cards. The main issue is I don't really want to play assets because of how much it seems bank job, security testing, these kind of things are there to punish remote play from Hub. So I was thinking I would try to do more of a one remote build that wouldn't be as vulnerable to that. He's gonna get 2 accesses here, good for him. takes my Astro. No. So I could have iced here. Now I'm kind of locking the door after the fact, which is not great. So yeah, for money, that's not assets. Pretty slim pickings. I could play Shell Corp. It's not the worst, but it is very delayed. A lot of the times they can trash Shell Corp and you don't even get the money and they just lose $3. He's been running this for a long time now. It's, I guess, fine with supplier, but it's still slow. He needed this money to be in his pool a lot earlier. We get a Beal. You know what? We're just going to score it. Let him run. R&D again, that's fine. We can race him with our Astro token. Just need a little bit of money. So if I had money, I could res this and it'd be quite irritating for him. It would cost him 9 to break this Galahad if the midway was up. Obviously it's not because we're looking for more money slots in this deck. Let me just think about it. Maybe I should put Shipment from Sansan or Shell Corp. Pretty reasonable. Like, I don't completely hate private contracts, but I don't think it's right. Pop-up window. It's pretty reasonable too, but it doesn't make a lot of money. It makes a little bit when the runner wants it to make a little bit. Subliminal's not really good. People do run against this deck fairly often. We just click for money here. Because we probably need to res this. Keep him out. Well, ish. It won't quite keep him out. But we need 3 money because of the Xanadu. Data Pike is not great. Actually, we don't need this either, so they're both useless. At some point I played one reuse in here and it was kind of fun. Get a case like this where you have extra cards that you just don't need and you can pitch them for money. And it costs 0, so even if you get Siphon, you can use it. I might try to go back to 1 copy of that. Yeah, Shipment from Sansan seems good. It's a card that I would use, and it's a card that can sit in your hand comfortably because you have an extra slot in here till it's time for it to get its job done. Still loading up the thing here, workshop. I feel like if you're not going to stim hack, you don't get a lot out of this. 6 from Zone of Soul, good for him. Yeah, we're gonna res this, and we're gonna reveal, trash a program, and a net damage. So he has to get his E3 out, spend the rest of his money, and I think he has to use Overmind, right? Spends on Overmind tokens, because he's only gonna have, oh, he can take 2 net damage. I bet he'll do that. Is that the right number of counters? He's got 6 main MU. Yeah. Yeah, So the math is just glitched somehow. I think it didn't figure out that Dinosaurus was hosting Sage or something. So actually this is a pretty easy break for him. Now he's going to break this with a quandary. Sure. Yep. So Overmind's nice in Nasir because you end up not paying to break subroutines, which is quite juicy. Luckily he misses there. And we get to try to find money again. Another Overmind. So he's going to have no problem going through these. Though it would actually add money to the Overmind. That's kind of fun. Click for credits, right? Would he run this? Maybe he'd run this. I don't know. We need 2 credits anyway to score. So next turn I can draw 2, and then I can still install and score something because I have my Astro token and the Res Sansan. Of course, he can run here and see both of these cards, which is only going to give me 1 fresh card. So it's not ideal. Pop-ups might be the right choice here for economy. But I'm pretty heavy in kill gates already, so Yogg is fairly irritating. Oh yes, he does do the run here. So he's gonna check this out. And actually, could we have blown him up? Maybe. No, the Sage can still break with the E3, so it would have been not much of anything. He only has 3. Yeah, I don't think I would have put something down here. And if I did, it would be NAPD and he couldn't deal with it anyway. So it didn't make much sense for him to check this. I was just hoping he would misplay, and he did. Give your opponent a chance to screw up. That's something I believe in. Because nobody's perfect in this game. Is difficult. People do make mistakes, and you want to give yourself a chance. If it doesn't hurt me too much, I want to give myself a chance to let my opponent screw up. Okay, the NAPD is not ideal. We can score it next turn on the Sansan. That's all we can do. We have Grail for days. I think the double Lancelot's a little better, but this is not going to be needed. And do I have a click left? Oh yeah, I do. Yeah. So next turn, install, advance, and with the Astro token, that's it. He's still dirtling. He needs to go here. He needs to run the R&D. Just get money and run R&D. That's his only hope. Aside from playing Imp and trashing this, which I think he should also do. Yeah, that's not what he needed. So that's the game. Our deck needs a little more money. We couldn't afford to res this even though it would have been strong. And his deck needs, I think, back to the drawing board. Like the concept of playing this in Nasir is tough because it's still 2 per sub, right? So any multi-sub ice thing is still quite taxing. And there's a lot of moving parts before it does anything. Yeah, stay tuned. Thanks for watching.